Hello and welcome to our review of Veronica Mars. I'm Paul,
And I'm Dave.
and this week we're discussing the episode Losing Streak. This episode, as all of the episodes of Season 4, originally aired on July 19th, 2019. Alrighty. So, this episode, a man walks into the police station to demand more police help in finding the bomber, since his son was murdered. That's the one who had the bomb strapped to his neck. This man, Lyndon, walks out when the police chief tells him to get lost. He approaches a group of reporters and tells them that he would pay $250,000 to whoever catches the bomber. Preferably alive, but he's willing to negotiate on that point.
Mm.
Logan and Veronica have a short fight because he gets jealous about Leo dropping by and later having a long lunch with Veronica, which she failed to tell Logan about. Wallace has a house party, which Logan attends. She connects with Nicole there, and they start to become friends. Veronica and Nicole later start shooting at bottles and talking. Veronica finds out about how Nicole acquired Comrade Quacks, the popular beachfront bar in town. She received it in a settlement from the previous owner after he didn't provide proper security to his employees, which led to Nicole being sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
The next morning, Keith tells Veronica his theory about Nicole. He thinks that every victim was in her bar before they were killed, and that they're all some type of sexual predator. He thinks Nicole might want to get revenge, since she herself was assaulted. Veronica denies this claim because she likes Nicole and doesn't think Nicole would ever jeopardize her business, since the bar is her livelihood and she needs the spring break money to survive. A letter from the bomber gets sent to the police station. It has several demands. Mayor Dobbins has to streak naked as one of the demands, which he later does that week. Veronica talks to Cliff, who's the lawyer for Juan Diego, one of Weevil's guys. She tells him that she is charging him with mugging, since he was the one who attacked Veronica a few episodes ago, but she will drop the charges if he tells her what she wants to know. Cliff helps her talk to Juan to get some new information about Weevil and Clyde. She finds out that Clyde has been paying Weevil to get PCH guys to steal wallets on the boardwalk in exchange for $100 per wallet. Another bomb goes off at Comrade Quacks. 3 people are critically injured, but no one was killed. Nicole was present during the attack, as was Vinny, who is investigating the missing ring that Alex Malouf gave to Tawny Carr. Penn Epner has new evidence in his theory about Big Dick. In the bomber letter, the writer used the term prostituting yourself, a term that most people don't use other than Big Dick, as evidenced in 5 of his tweets, because apparently Penn went through his entire Twitter history. Penn and his fellow murderhead, I don't know her name, start making out from the excitement of discovering a big clue, but they find a dead bird in his bed. The dead bird is likely a warning from Clyde and Big Dick. Maddie Ross does some investigating about who is buying up the properties on the beachfront. Her and Veronica's suspicions are correct. Big Dick is using shell companies to buy up the properties. Veronica is looking at a list of the properties purchased and sees Comrade Quacks. This makes her suspicious of her friend Nicole, because she didn't think Nicole would bomb Neptune knowing that it would destroy the business, but now that Nicole has sold her business, that wouldn't really be an issue anymore. So, what do we think of this episode? Yes.
On the one hand, just with the couple particular things that kind of happen and whatnot, it's starting to point the direction of things of who's doing the bombings and all the cases from that. But also just sort of the case of, other particular things kind of coming up, especially with the girl time that Veronica had with the owner of Comic Quacks and getting to know her a little bit, but then the bombing happened in the case of there's stuff happening on her side with things. It's just
Yes.
Ugh.
Now, the one thing I find interesting is they're really stacking up evidence against Clyde. Now, that could be because Clyde is the bomber, which I believe you believe he's at least connected to it somehow. I still think he's a red herring. I think it's too obvious still. But I could very well be wrong. Alrighty. So, was there anything else about this episode you wanted to discuss, Dave? There's not a ton that really happens in this that is like super important.
True. I think the only one other big thing, well, two things. The case that the I had some slight concerns with the um, pizza guy character sort of helping out but not really having too much, especially with this one. It kind of gave a couple uh, I wouldn't say throw a bone, but couple particular things that he sort of figured out or pieced together and got something all together. But also the case of the show of just like he got a dead animal on the bed and it's like, haha, going with the classics.
Yes, so the major things that we found out is we found out how Nicole was able to get Comrade Quacks. We Keith delivers or gives us a reason why she might be the bomber, which it's not a great theory, but it does make some sense, right? Like, okay, if that was your explanation, I could buy it. We find out that Big Dick, uses the phrase prostituting yourself a lot, and that is something that was used in this alleged letter from the bomber. So that's definitely evidence about him. And we know that Big Dick is using shell companies to purchase up properties around town, because he's able to buy them cheaper now because of the bombing, which again points to him being involved.
Most definitely.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, if there's nothing else about this episode, next week we'll be discussing the episode Entering a World of Pain.
You know, since we're not already somewhat in it with how the show's kind of been.
Okay. So, as Veronica learns more about Nicole's past, her suspicion deepens. A frantic phone call from Paris leads to a search for Maddie, and Veronica unwittingly does legwork for Leo. There's going to be... This is going to be a fun episode to chat about, I think. So, until next week, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dave.